I've got this new app on my phone to show me all the walks in the area. And these beetles are making such a noise here. Really loud. Wow. Anyway, so what I wanted to chat to you today about was something that started happening to me. I guess it started in a small way ever since my kids left home. And you get, I hope you can hear me over all these beetles. When you have kind of empty nest syndrome, even before the last ones moved out, I had 3. And, the first 2 move out and you suddenly realize they're not coming back, and it hits you. And probably that happened in my, late 40s. And you think about it, it upsets you, but you get on with your life. When I turned 60, I started really having, or maybe just before, I started really having, I'd wake up in the mornings and just be tormented with thoughts about the past. You just have your life. When they say when you die, your life flashes before you or plays really fast before you. I'm really unfit. I kind of had that happening every single morning when I'd wake up, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. And it was all the mistakes you made, mostly with your kids, or only with my kids really. All the mistakes you made, and we make a lot. And the regrets. And you kind of phone your kids and tell them you're sorry you weren't such a great parent and sorry for the mistakes you made. But somehow I didn't make any difference. It was like there was a spirit tormenting me. Being a Christian, I kind of thought maybe, I needed to pray and get rid of this thing. And I did. And nothing really worked. Prayer does help. It helps ease your mind a lot. Where am I going? Just checking my... Yeah. And, I was like that for a long time, a year or 2. Sometimes to a lesser or greater degree. Could never get rid of this thing. And I never inquired if other people were going through it. But one day I watched a video on YouTube. I just came across it because I like him and I was watching his videos. And it was not specifically for this. It was about changing your life and letting the past be the past and moving on and creating a new life for yourself. And he explained a process for you to follow, literally step by step. I wrote it down in a notebook, exactly what I need to say. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. And then, do it 3 times a day for 10 days or whatever it was. It was very specific. And I'll put the link of that video in my bio. I think I've got spider webs on me. Oh my gosh. I'm not a bush person. And I'm in the Australian bush, so I hope there's no crazy people out here. Oh my God. It is a designated walk area on my app, but anyway, my son in England said people are walking around with deep heat spray because you can't protect yourself there. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. Maybe I should get deep heat spray for my walks in case some random person pops out. But there's something else I'm also a bit worried about, is big male kangaroos. If they feel threatened, my gosh, those things can come at you and they're huge. They're like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'll slow down, I've got a bit of an incline. They will jump up like dinosaurs, jump up and with their big claws on their hind legs, just, rip you open. I've seen it on videos on YouTube, so I'm a bit scared of them. Anyway, going back, I went, oh my gosh, I need to do this video to change, move on and in my life anyway. And maybe it will help me with moving on with these awful thoughts that they're not doing me any good. I've apologized to my children. I can't do anything more. I'm extremely remorseful. Unfortunately, we can't go back and try again. I have to stay keen and give it another shot. Anyway, I did this video. I did exactly what he said. And it literally, those thoughts, literally probably within a day or two, I was waking up with a clear mind, a happy mind, a positive mind. It absolutely changed my life. I did it for a while and then I, got lazy and stopped doing it. And slowly it does start coming back. And that's when I know I need to get onto that video again. And I know that as long as I'm feeding myself with a lot of my pastor, my online pastor who I love watching, Andrew Womack, and his teachings, and Neville Goddard and Joe Dispenza, those are my go-tos. As long as I'm feeding my mind a lot with those every day, I'm okay. And I'm in a good, happy frame of mind at those hours of the morning. I don't suffer from this during my days. It doesn't bother me. It's just those quiet hours and you're trying to sleep and these darn thoughts are tormenting you like a demon. I then was told by a friend that here's someone he knew, a woman, also about 65. She was facing the end of her life because of cancer. And apparently she kept bothering her adult children constantly with phone calls, telling them she's sorry. And they say to her, that's okay, Mum. That's all right. No one's perfect. We're okay. We forgive you. And, overall you did a good job. However, even me, I know, because I did that. When they say that to you, it seems never enough. The only thing that really would take those away is for us to do it again and get it right. And we can't do that. So, no matter how much our children say it's okay, we never quite forgive ourselves. And it's hard. How do you forgive yourself? It's hard. Anyway, that video did help me. And I thought, wow, I need to give this lady that video to quieten her mind, to allow herself to forgive herself, and for those tormenting thoughts to go away. I've realized that so much in our lives, we don't get taught this, nobody tells us, but in every aspect of our lives, even, the modern day with social media, work, anything, we have to make sure, even partners, that they don't rule our lives. We have to make sure our thoughts don't rule our minds. We have to rule our thoughts. If we don't, they run havoc. It's like, unless we're steering the ship, the demons are. So we better take control. It's hard work. It's an effort. If we're just going to lie down and eat popcorn and pray and hope God does it, it's not going to happen. Prayer is a good thing, but you have to do what you need to do, and it takes effort. It takes educating yourself. It takes, the Bible says, renew your mind. Once you move from your old life into your new life, that's only the beginning. Now you start on the journey of renewing your mind. And it's very specific with that. How do you renew your mind? That's actively filling your mind with anything good. Here's that verse that says, everything that is good, anything that is uplifting, of good report, think on these things only. That's what that verse says. I don't recall which verse it is. I'll put the verse in the description. Think on these things only. That applies. There's so many amazing verses in the Bible. That applies. And we read it and then just go on and don't really take it in. Think on these things only? That means stop watching the news. Keep up to date very briefly. Look at the headlines. YouTube will alert you if there's a catastrophe happening. Can't get away from it. However, you don't have to listen to a 20-minute video. You can read the headlines, listen to 2 minutes and put it off. You've got the gist of it. And if you don't even do that, your friends will tell you. your family will call you, do you know the world's burning or whatever? Oh, that's another story. I haven't watched the news for so many years. And some family member, I can't remember who, called me from England to say, are you okay? I said, why? What? And they said, there's fires burning. Are you okay? Have you been evacuated? I said, what? Really? I didn't even know. They're not far from me at all. Fires were burning big time. We hadn't been evacuated, but I'm sure someone would have knocked on my door and let me know. But that's how little I sometimes know. Here's another example. This was really good. What was it now? Back in, when was that crash? Economic crash? 2000 and, I don't know now. 2008? I think it was. There was this huge worldwide economic crash. Me and my husband, we don't watch the news. We don't read a newspaper. We were hardly on social media back then. I don't think I even had Facebook. It was still MySpace back then, which my daughter was on. And anyway, my husband was not happy at his work, and so he told him to stick it. And he started looking for work, applied for a few places. It took a month or so, and he got a new job. Started there. Life was normal. There was no difference in my life at all. I didn't notice anything. Nothing was more expensive. I could still get petrol. I don't think the prices of petrol had gone up. I didn't notice anything different in my life. And then I started seeing at a client's house the news or something like that. Something alerted me to the fact that, we're in the middle of this awful... Oh, I know what it was. People in the local area were all donating to help families in stress to get through this economic crisis. Everyone's suffering. Businesses are suffering. Families don't have food. And I went, what the heck are you all talking about? What? And don't change jobs. There are no jobs. No one's getting hired. And, hang on to your job. And I didn't realize that, completely not knowing anything, with no fear whatsoever, because we didn't know we should have fear. Told his boss to stick it, got a new job, carry on his life is completely normal. And it just shows sometimes you don't need all the fear. You just do not need all the fear. Shut it off. Just shut it all off and fill yourself, like that Bible verse says, anything that is good, anything that is of good report, anything uplifting, listen to it. So that's what I try and do. And YouTube is my go-to because I'm in my car a lot, so I spend hours listening to it while I travel. I'm a carer, support worker, so I travel to clients, spend a lot of time in my car. So any time that I'm doing something that I don't have to concentrate on, I've got my Joe Dispenza, Andrew Womack, quite a few people, but I've got my favorites. Neville Goddard. I know they're all AI generated, but somehow even even a lot of the Joe Dispenza ones I hear are AI generated in their voices, but that's how clever AI is these days. And it doesn't matter, because their messages seem to be just as amazing, if not more amazing, than the original works. And they seem to be, whoever's making these, they're keeping them in line with that person's teachings and beliefs and theories, which is amazing. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say that, because when I realized that this other lady was going through exactly what I was going through, I thought maybe there's a lot of us. Nobody tells us. We think we're alone in it. Maybe it's something that happens to all of us. So I'll put this video link in the description, and see if it can, help others who are going through the same thing, with recurring thoughts that you just can't get out your mind, that are tormenting you. Because we don't want to be tormented. We want to live in peace. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm going up quite a steep hill now, and as you can hear, I'm quite out of breath. I was worried last night at my client's house. We were watching a video that Australia is #1 for worst snakes, most poisonous snakes in the world. So I'm thinking, watching out for snakes today. Anyway, you have a lovely day. God bless.